Welcome back to the South Texan News Desk. As always, I'm your host, Tom Miller. We begin this week in memoriam of Sir Sean Connery, who has passed away at the age of 90. Connery was best known for his roles as the Hunt for Red October's Captain Marco Ramius, as Indiana Jones' father, and, of course, as the original 007. Connery undoubtedly leaves a mark on cinema which could only be matched by very few actors, and to many is immortalized as one of the best in history. According to reports from Connery's family, he died in his sleep in the Bahamas. His son Jason Connery noted that Sir Sean had felt unwell for some time, but it's currently unclear as to whether that unwellness was due to COVID-19 or to something else. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that he would be imposing a 4-week lockdown on England. It comes in the wake of continually rising cases as part of the second wave of COVID-19. Now to me, this brings up a question, because England is far from the first country to have to do so. We've seen other countries such as the Netherlands and Spain in previous podcast episodes having to take the same path. So, was nobody as harsh as they should have been on COVID-19 and on the lockdowns? It's a question that I'd guess all world leaders have asked themselves at this point, but a second wave of lockdowns might not have been necessary if lockdown measures were enforced more strictly and were generally stricter and for a long period of time. Now, of course, there were many factors that had to be balanced along with that, such as the economic factors of small businesses that had to play alongside the health dimension of the lockdowns. Overall, however, the trend seems to be that countries have had to enter into second lockdowns in response to second waves. So, did countries lift their lockdowns too early, prompting the existence of a second wave, or was COVID just destined to pop up again in winter? A worrying trend in Hong Kong is several politicians were arrested as a result of conflicts in May. The reasoning given behind these arrests was contempt and council interference. But all these politicians that were arrested have one thing in common. They're all pro-democracy politicians. The council the charges refer to was the other side of the argument, and they're all pro-Beijing. Interestingly enough, none of them have been arrested for taking part in the very same conflict. This seems to be yet another effort in China's doubling down on Hong Kong that we've seen throughout the year. Nearby in the Philippines, Typhoon Goni has hit the nation with the most force from a storm that the Philippines have experienced since Typhoon Haiyan, which ripped through the nation in 2013 and claimed around 6,000 lives. While typhoons are nothing new for the Philippines, COVID-19 and Typhoon Molave, which came through the same region as Goni just last week, have weakened the resources that the Philippines are able to put towards diminishing the effects of Goni. Finally, as a public service announcement, if you've not yet made plans to vote, I urge you to do so. We'll have the results of the November 3rd polls and more on them next week here on the news desk, but that's all we have for you this week. For more information about the goings-on here at TAMUK, check out the South Texan written right here at TAMUK. You can check us out online at thesouthtexan.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The South Texan.